Let's talk about childhood video games, specifically my childhood video games. Before we talk about gamer games, let's talk about the first video game console I had was a GameCube, and I love that thing. That thing is cool, has a special place in my heart, and this might be, you know, me putting on my nostalgic goggles, but I think it's the best console, you know? It had so many games, so many, like, first-party and third-party support, and it was portable. It was great. Years later, when I was older and probably playing on the newest console at the time, I was cleaning my room, and I found these things, my old GameCube games, and, you know, that got me wondering, maybe I still have my own GameCube, my old GameCube that I used to love. And I looked around and I couldn't find it, so I asked my parents, and they said they'd give it away. Why would you do that? Can I just say, I don't get why parents just sell their kids cool, you know, things they loved. Why just sit down with them and be like, hey, we might sell this. I know you don't care about this thing you love, but we're gonna sell it or give it away to someone who needs it. Anyways, I went to a store that sold old comic books, old video games, and vinyls, and I found this thing, a GameCube. This isn't mine. It's not my childhood GameCube, but it's a GameCube. So I got it, I bought it, and I played some of the games I have right here. A lot of them are scratched up and, you know, don't work as well, but I tried. Some of them work. They were fun. I had a fun time replaying my childhood games and whatnot. Reliving the past, you know? And that's the story of why I love the GameCube. Anyways, let's get down to the nitty gritty. You're not here to hear me talk about my favorite console of all time. You're here to, you know, to listen to me ramble about my childhood video games. So, let's start with Mario Kart Double Dash, because this Nintendo birthday GameCube game chart said so. I love Double Dash. I think it's one of the best Mario Kart games out there. A lot of people say it's the Wii. It's not. The Wii Mario Kart Wii is garbage. All right. I don't want you guys typing down there in the comments. Tell me it's the best thing ever. It's not. It really is not. Double Dash is better. Because there's, you know, you can have two people in the same cart, and you could get double items, and they had cool items like a chain chomp. They had Bowser's giant shell. It was cool. That's one of the best Mario Kart games out there, and Nintendo knows this because they brought back the double item boxes into 8 Deluxe. It's the best game ever. Anyways, I have this vivid memory of me and my dad playing battle mode, and the map was Block City, I believe. I didn't know how to play that game mode at all. I just drove around. It was really fun. That's a nice little memory I have stored in the memory bank. But that's like the biggest memory I had of that game. It was a lot of fun back then. It still is. I still have my original copy of the game, but it's all scratched up and smudged because I was a kid and I didn't know how to take care of things. So I couldn't play it until recently. I downloaded Dolphin and played it. It's still a fun game. It still holds up. So yeah, thanks to Dolphin, the emulator. I mean, my Korean GameCube. Yes. Whoa.
Sir,
Nintendo.
you're under arrest for emulating.
I'm not emulating. No. Luigi's Mansion is a cool game. I don't remember playing Luigi's Mansion as much as a kid. I remember watching playthroughs on YouTube a lot more than, you know, playing the game. But I love that game. Even though I haven't played much of it, I love the aesthetic and I love how different it is compared to the other Mario games and GameCube games at that point, you know? I know it's stupid to say this, but Luigi's Mansion introduced me to the horror genre. And, I mean, looking at Luigi's Mansion, it's not that scary, but it has that vibe and elements of that. And, I don't know, I appreciate it. I love horror games. Actually, that's not true. I hate horror games. That's also not true. But, yeah, it's a good game. It has a nice place in my lungs, you know. It's a good game. The other games are great too, but this one is like top tier Luigi's Mansion. It's a good game. Now, I know everyone says Battle for Bikini Bottom is the best SpongeBob game out there, but hey, listen. You're dead wrong. That game's super generic. Can we talk about that? That game's by the books, generic as all heck. All right, this game that I'm about to tell you is the best SpongeBob game out there because it's so unique and so different when compared to the other SpongeBob games out there. And you know what that game is called? It's called SpongeBob SquarePants, Creature from the Krusty Krab. That name by itself just sounds cool. It sounds like an old, like, B-movie monster movie. It's great. Sure, this game still has platforming, but you know what this game has that Battle for Bikini Bottom doesn't have? A racing section. You can fly a rocket. You can become a giant plankton that's destroying the town. It's so cool. It's so much better than whatever that is. And the music in this game is so good. Do you guys remember that one SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob went into his friend's dreams? That's basically what this game is. And it's great. It really is. And you can do like different things and their dreams. You can play as SpongeBob, Patrick, Plankton. Like you can race in SpongeBob's dreams. You can fly a rocket ship in Patrick's dream, and you can run away from a giant Krabby Patty that's trying to destroy you in Plankton's dream. It's so good. What? Don't get me started on this music's game. Oh my god, it's top tier video game music. Move over, Ocarina of Time. This is so much better than that. Like the title screen music. It's SpongeBob's theme song, but it's this game's rendition of that song. Like they could have used the normal theme song, but they went out their way and just made a new, just fresh version of that song that fits the vibe of this game. Other songs from this game I want to talk about are Rocket Rodeo 1 and 2 and Hypnotic Highway. The first Rocket Rodeo song captures that fun and wacky feeling of Patrick flying through space on his rocket ship. Rocket Rodeo 2 sounds so different from its first song, you know? It captures that futuristic space sound. I don't know how to explain it, but just imagine yourself flying through space and you're hearing this song, right? And the best thing about this song is that there's this one part where it sounds like you're going through hyperspace. It's so good. And Hypnotic Highway, oh my god, that's like the best track out of this whole game. That's the best song and best level. And when the electric guitar comes in, oh man, it just makes it 10 times better. This song has that wacky, nightmarish horror circus feel to it, and it's amazing. The reason why I said nightmarish and horror is because the premise of this last level is that you have to race Patrick, Plankton, or SpongeBob. You can choose whoever if you collected you know, the stuff to play as the other two characters. But you race them, and whoever gets to the finish line first gets to wake up. It's super dark, and the music just, you know, fits together with whatever this nightmarish dream is. I love this game a lot. I really do. It's my favorite game of all time. I really hope it gets the Battle for Bikini Bottom treatment, you know? Get a remake or remaster, whichever. I'm sorry, Donkey. I did not watch your video. I did not study. Sorry. My first memory of Halo was when I got a Game Informer magazine. You guys remember those things? Magazines? God, I sound like an old person. In those things, they would show off games that were coming soon or games that were coming out that month. And I believe there was a picture of a red and blue Spartan just shooting each other. And right next to the picture had the game's title, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary for the Xbox 360. And that really, you know, something in my kid brain was like, whoa, Halo, what is that? So I called my dad and was like, hey, Halo, I would like that. And he got it for me, and Halo introduced me to first-person shooters, and of course that was my first FPS game. And I don't want, it sounds stupid, this sounds stupid, but I feel grateful that was my first introduction to shooter games, because Halo 1 is a great game, you know? It really is. I know everyone says Halo 2 or 3 are like the best Halo games, which they are, but Halo 1 has a soft spot in my heart. It really does. That might be just me wearing my nostalgia goggles, but I had the most memories from that game, especially the multiplayer maps. Man, like Battle Canyon. I remember playing Battle Canyon a lot. That's like my favorite multiplayer map from that game. There were teleporters behind the enemy's base and your base, and you could use your teleporter to go to their teleporter and shoot them or whatever. It was good. That's a great map. I really like it. The one thing I didn't like about this game was the flood levels. I hated the flood, but I like the concept of it. I just hate those levels. They're really annoying. Of course, I don't hate them as much now. I know that really contradicted that statement I just said a while ago, but as a kid, I hated it. Now I don't hate it because, you know, I'm a gamer. I'm a pro, but other than that, it's a great game. I know the Halo pros hate that game or dislike it. Not hate's a strong word. Don't use hate. But don't like that game very much and prefer the original, but I've never played the original, so I can't say which one's better, but I enjoy Combat Evolved Anniversary, and you know, I don't know, I like it a lot, and I'll continue playing that game forever. Now for the final game I want to talk about, it's Minecraft for the Xbox 360, specifically that version. Screw the other versions that came out before and after, but the Xbox 360 version of Minecraft also has a special place in my heart. A lot of these games have a special place in my heart, but this one specifically does. I remember watching a YouTube video, I don't remember who, it might have been Stampy Longnose, Captain Sparkle, or Dan TDM, but that was like my first experience, or first time seeing what Minecraft, and I was so intrigued by it. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, you know? I think I had some friends over who just wanted to play Halo, and I asked them, hey, do you know what Minecraft is? And they said no. And that blew my child brain, like, it just blew up. I was like, whoa, you guys don't know what this game is? I thought I was the only one who knew what Minecraft was in the world, but I know that's not how that works now. Anyways, I looked up more about Minecraft, and I found the trailer from 2011. And if you don't remember what that trailer looks like, well, here you go. Have a look.
Let's go to a place where everything is made of blocks, where the only limit is your imagination. Let's go wherever you want to go. Climb the tallest mountains. Venture down to the darkest caves. Build anything you want. Day or night, rain or shine. 'Cause this is the most significant sandbox you'll ever set foot in. Build a majestic castle. Invent a new machine, or take a ride on a roller coaster. Play with friends. Build your own little community. Protect yourself with the strongest armor that you can craft, and fight off the dangers of the night. No one can tell you what you can or cannot do, with no rules to follow. This adventure, it's up to you.
I would replay that video over and over and over again because it was something. It was something I haven't seen before. I don't know how to explain that feeling, but I guess I was taken away by it. A game that I could do anything, and I didn't have to follow any rules, right? That's like a kid's dream. That's a perfect game for a kid. After that, I waited a couple of months or whatever and got it for the Xbox 360. I booted up the game and heard that classic Minecraft music, with the piano and whatnot, and I clicked on the tutorial world, as you do, because you've never played a game before, right? And I remember being on that tutorial world so much. There was like a giant Minecraft sign made out of wool, and there's a little pond, and right next to it, to the left, was a half-built house. And of course, in the tutorial world, you had to like build it or whatnot. If you didn't want to, you could skip the stuff. That's tutorial stuff. But I usually built it, and once you were done with that little, area, you would go through a little tunnel, and outside of that, tutorial world, there's a village to your left and a minecart system to your right, and it would lead you to a castle. That's so cool, like a castle just being there, already built, and I could explore whatever was inside there. It was so cool. And the coolest thing about that tutorial world was that with every new update, of course, there was going to be new blocks and whatnot. So they updated that tutorial world and inserted all the new things that were in that update. Of course, the world wouldn't look the same. They would update it. They would move the castle a little bit and change how things looked. And it was cool. It was cool. It was a cool thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking about the tutorial world, and yeah, like I said, I remember playing on that world so much, and hearing that music just fade in and fade out. It was it's something cool. I don't think I'm gonna get that moment back in my life. I wish I could, time travel back to whenever I first played that game and just experience it for the first time. Anyways, I remember building the FNAF 1 layout, because FNAF at that time was a brand new thing, and it came out, and I was super interested and super intrigued by it. And I just built the cafeteria and whatnot. I would use the because there was no mods in the Xbox version, and I couldn't use you know, like a camera system or whatever. So I used redstone lamps, and I placed them on the floor. And if someone, you know, was in the hall, the left hall, they would stand on that lamp, and in the security office, there would be more other lamps that had signs on them, like left hall, right hall, and whichever, you know, lit up. You would know where that person was. I remember doing that. I just remember doing that, and I would play it. I would just play it with my friends back in the day, my 360 friends. I have not talked to them in years. I have not, and probably won't, because I do not remember the login for that Xbox account, which sucks. I wish I could go back and, you know, see the things I built back then, but I can't, which is sad, which sucks too. I wish I could show you guys, but I can't. I really can't. Anyways, but yeah, I would continue playing on the 360 for many years until I got my own computer and I left behind, you know, my worlds and whatnot. But I'm still playing Minecraft with people, new people that I've met over the years. It's still a fun game. I don't play it as much now, which is somewhat sad, but I play it here and there. Yeah, what a bittersweet ending to that. But those were some of the games that stood out to me and meant a lot. Yeah, I guess this is the end of the video. I don't know how to end this vid. Hey, you guys should tell me what were your favorite or childhood video games that you played as a kid, as an infant. Or don't. I really don't care. It's up to you. I would like to know, but hey, it's your life. Your comment section. Actually, it's my comment section. I don't know where I'm going with this. How do I end this? Goodbye.